Cafe anyway. Okay.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
FF episode 2415, 2415, and Mike Matthews. It's the show that is called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And this is the podcast show where I go on here at Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Hey, we have things like the podcast picture, which I guess doesn't matter to you unless you're on the website. Sure.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And there, that picture you can see, we'll show that to you in a moment. But
Mike's
I was telling
Daily
you about somebody
Podcast
giving me a piece of paper. And let's see. It was around the time of, I'd say it was March 14th. I wonder if they hand these out, if it's like a newsletter thing they hand out every single day. They print out a bunch of them. And let's see, it basically says all the stuff you knew that you've heard over and over about the Ukraine. And what exactly did they want to do? I think they were having a meeting, but I don't see anywhere where the meeting, the lady said, make sure to meet with us tonight. But, well, so much for that. It's interesting, people still hand out pieces of paper in this world where we have so much internet stuff going on. So, what I was going to tell you also about was something that you may or may not have in your arsenal of internet stuff. I'm talking, of course, about computers and tablets. Do people still use tablets? Well, yes, apparently they are popular for lots of reasons. They're thin and light, feature a touchscreen, have a long battery life.
And here's today's podcast picture.
They start up in a flash. You know what? I think I'm going to use, there was a beautiful sunset that I saw this evening. I'm going to post the podcast picture to you. You can see it at MikesDailyPodcast.com. And there, enjoy that. So, they start up quickly, so people love that. They don't like the whole press the button and wait and wait and wait. But how to decide which tablet to go with? Well, there's the iPad. That's probably the most famous one. Basil the Boxer did not work with iPads. Although he did have a pad. Pad's the bottom of his feet. The late, great Basil the Boxer. Lost him almost 2 years ago. What a great guy. So the Apple iPad tablet, they're powerful devices with gorgeous screens. They support an optional Apple Pencil, which you can, touch the screen with and do drawing and whatnot. And it also has Siri, a personal assistant that lets you use your voice to interact with the iPad. And it's interesting, there's also the Amazon thing, the Amazon Fire or Kindle or something. And that, that is equipped with Alexa. So I think I just turned on some device probably near you. If I am being played rather loudly in your living room. If I am, then wow, that's amazing because I don't have any listeners. I don't know how you are even listening because I don't have any listeners. This is 0 plays on this podcast, 0 downloads, and 0 everything. It's the only podcast of its kind with no listeners at all. But I got lots of people here at Cafe Anyway. Hear them there making so much noise. I was thinking about Dierks Bentley today. Dierks Bentley is a country singer. Was pretty popular, I'd say like 20 years ago. Is when he first came out. And maybe a little bit later than that. But I did an interview with him when he first came out. He had a song called What Was I Thinking? And he ended up having about 10 years of success. Came out with some good songs. if you're not a country fan, I have a feeling that you would have liked his stuff. And if you were a country fan or are a country fan, you would have liked his stuff. It was interesting lyrics, usually great beat, interesting songs. And I'm trying to look here at the CD rack that I have, my CD library. Yes, I still have CDs, and I do not see any Dierks Bentley because my face is right by the D section, and I alphabetized Dierks with a D. First word, first name, etc. Okay, all iPads, they offer a Wi-Fi version or a Wi-Fi plus cellular option. Interesting. So it's like a phone, a big old phone. iPads are very secure. That's the big Apple thing. You have access to the App Store for more than 1 million iPad apps. Then there's the Android edition. More than a dozen companies sell open source Android powered tablets, which range in size from 5 to 13 inches. But most of them are 8 to 10 inches screen size. Since the Android is part of the Google family, most of these tablets have popular Google apps on them. Chrome browser. The Amazon does not have Chrome built into it, as I discovered. It's got something called, what is it? It's not Safari, that's the Apple thing. It's got some weird name. At any rate, so the Google ones offer you a bunch of Google apps, and if you're a Google person, then you're happy. Some Android tablets even let you expand the tablet's storage via a micro SD memory card, which is like with the cellular phones that are the Android variety, let you expand the memory, where Apple phones, not so much. You gotta buy the phone itself with the installed huge memory. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth. Several tablets run on Microsoft's popular Windows 11 operating system in sizes that go all the way up to 15 inches, and some models feature a removable keyboard to convert the device from a laptop to a tablet, making them great for work and play. And they've been doing this for a while. I'd say at least 10 years. Windows-based tablets include a familiar interface and apps, and their files sync to Microsoft's OneDrive cloud storage for safekeeping. Now, they don't say here how much you got to pay for the OneDrive space, but usually you do. A built-in Windows Store can download new content to your device, and because all Windows supports all kinds of accessories, you can easily connect extra hardware to expand its functionality. Tablets aren't just for consuming media. You add a wireless keyboard and a mouse and you've got a workstation. You just prop up your tablet on a stand, which might even be integrated into your case, and start typing away on the QWERTY keyboard, which is ideal for emails and penning novels. Perhaps you are doing that. While a mouse helps you navigate around the screen. QWERTY, of course, is the typical typewriter keyboard that goes way back, with the Q on the upper left, and then you go to the right. WERTY, QWERTY. Thusly. And because all Windows... where are we? Gamers may want to consider adding a Bluetooth controller to their device as well. Didn't mention here the Amazon Kindle or Fire, and I will say this, it's not compatible with a lot of stuff. You got to do a lot of stuff through your Amazon account, and it limits you tremendously. And there is some way you can put Chrome on an Amazon tablet device, but it is rather roundabout and a little fishy, and I don't want to attempt it. All this written by Mark Saltzman. He's the leading high-tech reporter and author. He is a leading not the one, but he'll answer selected questions. And I guess he's at Mark_Saltzman. And I pulled this out of the Costco connection. So you know it must be true. And that's my little plug for Costco. And now here's my slug. Would you just tomorrow please be open and have, well, I guess they're open till 8 in the Bay Area. Sundays, I think it's like 6:30 or 7, but no, I think they might even be as late as 8:30. Anyway, Cafe Anyway. Also, Costco asked, what home improvement projects did you make during the pandemic? Here are some of the answers. One person said, demoed nearly my entire house. Oh boy, this is making me feel like an underachiever. Completely gutted 2 bathrooms and installed vanities and medicine cabinets. We finished the basement, replaced many light fixtures, added board and batten to the mudroom, repainted several areas, added a new closet system in a bedroom, and reorganized. What I did was re-ignored, but they reorganized the garage. And somebody said, added a doorway from our dining room to our garage, replaced our carpet with laminate flooring. I turned my stress and anxiety into energy and creativity, decorating my home. I now have a small business flipping furniture and building various housewares for my customers. Dang. Well, I am an underachiever, and that's fine. You know what, though? I've done 2,415 2415 podcasts, and I'm outside a cafe anyway, and look who's here. Hi, Mike! It's Benita the Rodeo Queen! How are you doing?
It's a Disgruntled Fiddle Player, tell you what.
What?
You know, I think that spending all that time working on home projects makes you feel good, reinvigorates you. Tell you what.
What?
Dirk Bentley was awesome.
Dirk Bentley. Thank you for bringing him back up again, because Dirk Bentley is... I have it I'm going to have to put it on the website. I'm going to have to track it down. It might be on cassette. Do I already have Dirk Bentley on the website? Oh my gosh. You know, you can find all the past podcasts, and you can also check out some of the interviews at MikesDailyPodcast.com. It's a little plug for myself. But let's see. There's Kai Alfred Hillig, who I interviewed a couple times. There was the band Cure for Gravity. That's a wonderful band. I've had them on a couple times. Let's see. We had the band Dead Cat Hat, an unfortunate name. Dirk Bentley, he is on the website. Oh my. That's right. I did interview him. And let's see. I wonder if it sounded. Let's see if I can put this through. I'll give you a little snippet of it.
Call now 336 Daily.
Let's see here. I'm gonna.
You can use your damn it if it's easier. Don't worry, I will cross my eyes so I can't see your secret mouth.
What is it?
It's a Manuel, guys. It's a Manuel.
Manuel's. Now, I'm not much into clothes.
Well, there's a guy out here named Nudie.
Nudie.
California made all these great rhinestone suits for Porter Wagner and all sorts of Buck Owens, of course, one of the first.
Okay. I do not sound the same, do I? You heard me for a split second. But Dirk Bentley was talking about Nudie. Nudie was the fashion designer for a lot of Nashville clothes. Came up with some really cool looking shirts for men. I think he might have even done some women's clothes. But there you go. So you can hear that whole interview at MikesDailyPodcast.com. I'm a little bit embarrassed by my youngest sounding voice. Well, gee, Dirk Bentley, it's so nice to meet you. But you can hear that whole thing. Go to MikesDailyPodcast.com in the interview section, and there's a link that will take you to the interview. Look who else is here. Outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. Have some right now.
I'm going to drink your root beer. I don't really want to drink the root beer, but okay. You know, I realize now everybody on the planet has a podcast. Speaking of country music, Alan Jackson had a song called Gone Country. Today, the whole world's gone podcasting. Everybody's podcasting. Everyone. Today, I heard that there are several wrestlers that have podcasts. Basically, any type of personality. The pop singer Dua Lipa's got a podcast. And there's just no way, absolutely no way that an independent person doing a podcast that, you know, if you're a known name, it's very difficult. So spread the word, help out the no names, is all I'm asking. There's my Dierks Bentley CD. Oh my gosh. Spent the whole show trying to... Yeah, Long Trip Home. Oh, Long Trip Alone. That's what it is. Every Mile a Memory. That's a good song. Let's see. There's also Free and Easy Down the Road I Go. Some great stuff. So, and then I have also an EP, a 6-song sampler that featured What Was I Thinking on it. And there was... Yeah, that was the only hit off of this. Oh, I Wish It Would Break. No, that wasn't a hit, but yeah. And he's right next to my Dwight Yoakam collection, which I never got to interview Dwight Yoakam. Dang it. I mean, I still could. He's alive. Maybe he hears this podcast. I did know his drummer, Jim Christie, for a long time. I don't think he's drumming for him anymore. Jim is now, or last I heard, Jim was drumming for Lucinda Williams. But Jim was quite a celebrity. Everybody enjoyed Jim Christie, who would run into him and see him play. And he'd play for just about any local band in Ventura. So there's my little thing for that.
Mike, drink the root beer. I'll kill you.
All right. Excellent. Okay, I wanted to go into a YouTube channel that I enjoy called Island Hopper. And this guy, I forget his name, but he goes to all these islands, obviously, thus the name, and all these places in South America, and all. Now he's in Europe, now he's in Germany, and he's in Munich, or he was in Munich the other day, and I was just remembering how fun that place is, and how there are many Brewmaster, and that they have the Hofbrauhaus with their beer, and it's a lovely place, and I actually had a sip of beer, my mom's beer, when I was in Germany, when I was just a kid. My late mom let me have some of her beer.
How was it? Is it good, my root beer? Oh, boy.
It's almost as good. But I think yours is slightly more alcoholic. Next show, it's going to be somebody I think you know by the name of Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley. And spread the word of your favorite no-name podcasters, and let the whole world know of your favorite no-name podcasters. And you can contact me and tell me your favorite podcast. 336MM Daily. 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews. Daily as in what this podcast has been so far. A couple days, I think, or yesterday, or anyway. Cafe Anyway will try and continue on to be daily. And tell all your friends. And more ways to contact me. Here's a friend.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!